to ravepubs.com/InfoComm for all your InfoComm news. Hey everyone, Steph Beckett here at InfoComm 2026. I'm here at the Sennheiser booth. It's the last day of the show, and I'm joined by David Missall. First of all, how are you? How are your feet doing?
Doing good, actually. I wore the proper shoes, so I'm doing okay.
That does help.
That does help.
That's something
right.
I've learned.
Yes.
So how's the show treated you?
It's good. It's been really busy. And a lot of great projects we're getting involved in.
Yeah.
And really good demos we're doing here inside that everybody's been enjoying. So we've been having a great show so far.
Very cool. Talk a little bit about who you are and what you do for Sennheiser.
Yeah, Dave Missall, and I'm the consultant manager for consultants, and also deal with our technical application engineers. So we deal with a lot of projects and helping set up the scope of the project for our consultants.
Very cool. In terms of the projects that you have seen recently, what are a few of the trends that have kind of jumped out at you over the past year?
Yeah, even I'd say past few years has been a lot more projects that are involving a voice lift application. And it's really interesting, where you want to have the presenter be heard throughout the space. And how do you do that without creating feedback? And that's one of the demos that we're doing here at the booth, is showing how our ceiling microphone technology can help in those applications, because we're able to distribute that audio very easily with a partner like Acoustic to multiple speakers in a space, so that you can have a voice lift application without getting that feedback that's so challenging. And now you have this beautiful presence that goes across the space, and everybody can hear you very evenly in the space. And that wasn't something that people were doing a lot of, because it's challenging to do that. And I think with our technology, we're seeing a lot more of that application now being put into place.
Very cool. Could you talk a little bit about how voice lift makes your ceiling tile microphone differ from other ceiling tile microphones on the market?
Yeah, what we're doing is interesting. The beam itself, right? We create a single beam that picks up that presenter. And when that picks up that presenter, the microphone itself has true voice lift technology. This is something that Sennheiser designed. What it does is it takes my voice and it does a slight frequency shift to it before it comes out of the speakers that are in the room. And by doing that, by doing this slight frequency shift through these frequencies, there's not one frequency that can build up and create feedback. And we're able to get 5 to 9 dB more gain before feedback in that space. So when an integrator goes in to set up the room, to have that ability to get the right gain within the space through a distributed speaker system from one of our partners like Crestron or Acoustic, it makes their job a lot easier, it makes the client easier, and you have a really great sounding system.
Very cool. As someone who works closely with consultants, what are some of the challenges that they're kind of facing right now, and how is Sennheiser kind of uniquely positioned to help them?
Yeah, one of the things that we always push and talk to with consultants for them is the challenge of having a space that is conducive to good audio. Right? Because when the architect is building the room, whether it's a small meeting space or medium large space, or maybe even a big conference room or training room where you have 300 people, it's not always thought about on the acoustic side and what we want to do in there acoustically. So for consultants, that's one of the challenges that they have is making sure that the architect and the customer understands what needs to happen there acoustically for a good sounding room. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to plan it. You have to think about what's going to be that room used for. Am I going to have a PA in there? Am I going to have distributed speakers?
It's true.
Am I going to have someone from the far end that needs to listen, so it needs to sound good coming back out of there through a Zoom or Microsoft Teams room meeting maybe? So all these things are a lot of different variables they have to think about if you want it to sound good.
Yeah.
And that, I think, has always been a challenge, to make sure that everybody understands that approach.
Yes.
And the acoustics of the room that make it sound good for everybody and still look nice.
Absolutely. And how are you how is your relationship with consultants helping kind of make people know that a little bit more?
Well, we do it, one, by doing the live demos for them to show them how good it can sound.
Right. If everything's right.
Right. And we talk about, we do trainings about, what can help in a room acoustically to cut down on reflections and things of that nature. Because then when you hear our microphones, the presence that they have is very natural sounding. We don't want to lose that, right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure the room is treated in that way. The consultants understand that. It's making sure we communicate it to the end users. So we have a lot of our business development managers that actually visit universities and corporations and talk to them about those issues and things to think about and how our solutions can help them acoustically in that space.
So think about your worst nightmare of a room. That someone comes and they're like, let's put some audio in here. It's already built, by the way. We can't really do much with it.
Yep.
What would that room be?
Yeah, well, usually a big trend that you see now in meeting spaces is a lot of windows. So even if, or some glass planes, right? Even if you're indoors and there's no outside windows, you'll have one side wall that goes out to the hallway that's all window and glass.
Window and glass.
Because it looks cool and it's more open and it's nice and it's great. But that's the challenge, right?
And audio bounces off of it every time we speak.
A lot of reflection and so forth. So it's possible to get a good sound of there, of course. It just takes a little bit more. You have to go into your Acoustic DSP or whatever your platform is, do some noise cancellation maybe, things of that nature.
Yeah.
With our ceiling mics, we actually have a great system where we can do exclusion zones so that the beam does not track to a lot of these reflections.
Where the reflective surfaces are.
Right.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so we have the ability to really cater to that room, even if you have challenges. You can really make it so that it only picks up the area that you want.
Yeah.
Through some programming through our microphone itself.
On the opposite side, say the consultant and the integrator were brought in very early on the project, what would the perfect room look like to you to be able to outfit with audio?
Well, it really depends, because we always have to start with what the client is looking for, right? So what are they going to use it for, right? So it can be a lot of different things. So I don't know if there's a perfect room, but whatever the ideas of the customer, right? Because is it just going to be a meeting space? Is it going to be a room that you're going to transform to different types of furnitures and moving around, different seating arrangements, things of that nature? Is it a room that's going to expand and you're going to bring down some false walls when you need to? All those things have to come into play. Once we understand how they're going to use it, who needs to dial into the room, then we can think about, okay, acoustically then, what can we do so it looks great ergonomically, but acoustically it also sounds great.
Absolutely. So let's say you and I are in this same spot a year from now at InfoComm 2027. What do you think is going to be a major audio trend if something new pops out next year at this time? What do you think we're going to be talking about?
Yeah, I think we're going to see more AI being used within meeting spaces, more AI technology and microphone technology and DSP, looking at aligning the alignment of rooms, so you can do more of the automation of a room alignment, troubleshooting as well. I think we're going to see more cloud management in the future, right, where people can remotely go into this room, whether they're in a different country or not, and be able to manage the devices remotely. I think the clients like that because now their integrator can help them remotely instead of having to be on site and do troubleshooting. So I think the cloud management we're also going to see extend quite a bit.
100% agree. We're turning into such an IT facing industry, aren't we?
Absolutely.
I 100% agree with you. Well, David, thank you so much for your time. Where can people find more on Sennheiser, and where can they connect with you online?
So Sennheiser.com, and of course I'm on LinkedIn. And we also have a Sennheiser LinkedIn page as well, and a YouTube page. Do a couple of searches and you'll see us pop up all over the place.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Have a good last day.
Thank you very much.
And don't forget to go to ravepubs.com/InfoComm for all your InfoComm 2026 news. Again, I'm Steph Beckett, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.